Immediately following the terrible choice that King Charles made regarding Camilla's children, Prince William left the palace. An insider source claims that Prince William has finally left Buckingham Palace now that his father has made his final decision on Camilla's children. This comes in the midst of the challenges that have developed as a result of King Charles' unexpected choice. It has been claimed that Prince William has left Buckingham Palace as a result of a heated incident that involved Queen Camilla in the preparations for the Christmas celebration of the royal family. This information comes from a person who is familiar with the matter. The royal household is believed to have been shaken up as a result of this new event, which has also brought to light the growing divisions that are present within the family. A week after the news broke, past few days' surface media coverage of the tragic incident revealed the nation's deepened concern. The new adventure shows that the source claims that King Charles has given his permission to the final guest list for the Sandringham Walkabout, which is a high-profile royal event that takes place annually on Christmas Day. The Sandringham Walkabout is a tradition that has been honored for many years. It is also interesting that Camilla's children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, are included on the guest list for the event. On the other hand, Carol A. and Michael Middleton, the parents of Princess Catherine, are not included on the guest list. Speculation and public outrage have been raised as a result of this decision, with many individuals pondering the implications of Camilla's growing importance inside the monarchy. The presence of a guest list can cause discontent. The discussion on the guest list for the Sandringham Walkabout is said to have been bogged down by disagreements. A number of senior members of the royal family, including as Princess Anne and the Duke of Edinburgh, have voiced their reservations regarding Camilla's determination that her children be given royal titles. The requests that Camilla has made are seen by many who hold positions of influence within the royal family as an attempt to raise the status of her children and grandchildren. According to claims, Prince William characterizes Camilla's actions as a daring strategy to strengthen her position of dominance. Camilla's behavior has also been criticized by Prince William, who has shown his disapproval of it. The public has access to records that pertain to royal duties and family standards, and these records demonstrate that the participation of non-working royals, such as Camilla's children, at high-profile events is not only uncommon but also a break from the conventional processes. This divergence from the regular pattern has only served to raise the amount of stress that is being experienced. Exactly how did Prince William respond to the news? The choice made by Prince William's father to give preference to Camilla's children over Princess Catherine's parents is said to have left Prince William feeling astonished and terribly saddened, according to some who are inside the royal family. Throughout the years, William, Catherine, and their children have placed a significant amount of importance on the Middletons. They have maintained a strong connection with the royal family by attending royal events and receiving royal honors. A number of individuals consider the absence of Catherine's parents to be an insult to the newlyweds and a disruption to the family peace that they have worked so hard to achieve. It has been asserted that Prince William's departure from Buckingham Palace was a manifestation of his discontent with the circumstances, which was prompted by his perception of how unfair the situation was. Top royals are experiencing a state of discontent. The participation of Camilla's children in the Sandringham Walkabout has been met with disdain from a number of other senior royals as well. It has been reported that Princess Anne and Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, have threatened to abstain from attending the wedding if Camilla's family is present, in light of the fact that he is seeing an increasing amount of opposition from members of his own family. King Charles is currently in a hazardous situation as a consequence of this impasse. The disagreement on the guest list is a reflection of the deeper level of friction that exists regarding Camilla's position as queen consort and the impact that she has had on royal traditions. King Charles is under a great deal of tension at the moment. It would appear that King Charles is under a great deal of stress as a result of his choice to take Camilla's desires over into consideration. In order to demonstrate his support for Camilla, Prince Charles reportedly made the decision to include Camilla's children in the Sandringham Walkabout. This information comes from sources close to the palace. His connection with other members of the family, most notably Prince William, has suffered as a direct consequence of this decision, which has occurred at a tremendous cost. It is believed that William gave his father a warning about the potential damage that this action could make to the public's opinion of the monarchy, from the perspective of the public. The rising power of Camilla has been portrayed by William as a purposeful endeavor by Camilla to position her family for greater prominence inside the royal family. William has described this activity as capturing Camilla's attention. One cannot ignore the fact that Camilla's rising importance inside the monarchy has not gone unnoticed. This is a truth that cannot be denied. What's about Camilla, a big bat? Recent reports indicate that she has been the one responsible for bringing about changes to royal traditions that have been in place for a significantly long time. The laws that govern the consumption of tiaras by senior royals have been modified to include these alterations. Historians are of the opinion that these adjustments were undertaken on purpose with the intention of enhancing the prestige of her family within the framework of the royal line. The increasing popularity and power of Princess Catherine may be the impetus behind these initiatives, according to the findings of several analysts who have speculated on the matter. In addition to making the already stressful relationships inside the royal family even more problematic, the impression of competitiveness among family members has also contributed to this situation. Prince William has some criticisms to make about Camilla's title. Reportedly, Prince William has punished Camilla for disregarding Queen Elizabeth's desires over her title, which has added to the tensions that have been becoming worse. By referring to Camilla as Queen Consort rather than Queen, Queen Elizabeth gave her approval for Camilla to be elevated to the position of Queen Consort. This was communicated by Queen Elizabeth in a way that was both obvious and easy to comprehend. Others, on the other hand, have voiced their discontent with Camilla as a result of her recent actions to assume the title of Queen. William considers this to be an act that threatens the integrity of the monarchy, as well as a direct affront to the legacy of the late Queen. Historians of the royal family have made the observation that this change in titles is a significant break from the standards that have been established, and that it has contributed to the additional rifts that have developed within the family. His criticism is directed on Camilla's aspirations for titles and words. Regarding his children, Prince William shares his observations on the matter. In addition to his criticisms, it has been stated that Prince William has taken issue with Camilla's alleged inappropriate words about his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and Lady Louise Windsor. As a consequence of these utterances, which are regarded as being audacious and going beyond the bounds that have traditionally been established, relations within the royal family have become even more strained. It is believed that William is particularly annoyed by Camilla's apparent efforts to minimize the obligations that his children have within the framework of the royal family. Camilla is allegedly portraying her own family as more important to the future of the kingdom. She is currently active in a group called Mistresses, where she bruises on certain men near historic places. Camilla's proposals for royal titles for her children have been met with intense opposition from William, who takes the position that these requests are a violation of royal custom and history. According to the prince, Camilla's actions constitute a potentially dangerous divergence from the standards supported by the monarchy. The prince is of the opinion that only persons who are actively engaged in royal tasks should be able to have titles of this nature. There is a growing concern that Camilla's actions could damage the integrity of the institution and alienate crucial members of the royal family. William's critiques highlight this issue, which raises the possibility that Camilla's actions could have these effects. There is a growing rift among the general population regarding how they feel about Camilla's recent acts. Camilla's aspirations for royal titles for her children and her self-adoption of the name Queen are seen as overreaching and demeaning to royal tradition by a significant number of members of the public, who have expressed their outrage through statements. The tremendous discontentment of the general public has prompted critics to flood social media platforms with popular hashtags such as #NotMyQueen and Royal Respect. These hashtags have been used to express their displeasure with the current administration. On the other hand, some people believe that Camilla's activities give the impression that she places her own personal family interests ahead of the collective legacy and unity of the monarchy. On the other hand, there are groups of supporters who have praised Camilla for her fortitude and her ability to successfully navigate the challenges that come with living a royal life. The individuals who subscribe to this point of view argue that her actions are representative of a modern perspective on monarchy. and are in accordance with the evolving norms of society. On the other hand, even among those who are in favor of her, there is a general agreement that the recent acts she has done have created significant challenges for the image of the royal family. There have been a number of experts who have shared their thoughts on the matter, with royal historians stressing the risks that are associated with Camilla's actions. Tradition and the trust of the people are essential to the success of the British monarchy, according to a knowledgeable expert. It is possible that its standing could be jeopardized by any perceived divergence from these standards. A number of individuals have brought to light the potential long-term consequences that could arise from alienating senior royals like Prince William and Princess Catherine by their actions. They have issued a warning that the stability of the monarchy could be adversely affected by internal tensions at a time when it is being subjected to a growing amount of scrutiny and demands for change. In response to a recent public incident, Prince William openly criticized Queen Camilla. This constitutes a significant departure from the royal family's typical moderation, which has been observed in the past. It has been reported that this incident caused Buckingham Palace to be in a state of disorder, which in turn brought to light the long-standing issues that William has had with his stepmother. Camilla's outburst, which was completely out of character, brought even more attention to the growing tensions. The criticism that William has expressed has been interpreted by some as a deliberate act of disobedience, with the purpose of addressing Camilla's rising stature within the monarchy of the United Kingdom, a manifestation of tensions witnessed at a public event. Over the past several days, Princess Catherine has been making headlines due to what appears to be a lack of a courtesy that she displayed toward Queen Camilla during a high-profile event. The public scrutiny of Queen Camilla became even more intense as a result of this. Following this modest departure from royal tradition, there has been a great deal of conjecture regarding the potential problems that may arise within the relationship between Catherine and Camilla. It is possible that the Queen Consort, who has always anticipated that the Princess of Wales would bow, will consider Catherine's decision to be potentially disrespectful when she does it. Because of this incident and the fact that Catherine's parents were not allowed to participate in the Sandringham walkabout, the conversations that have been going on about the shifting power dynamics and relationships within the royal family have been more intense. Historical comparisons and the general public's perspective, the royal family is currently dealing with a number of modern challenges that are reminiscent of disputes that have occurred in the past, such as the complicated connection that existed between Queen Elizabeth and Princess Diana. Because of Diana's popularity and her modern style, which frequently contrasted with the old traditions of the monarchy, there were rifts in both public and private life. These rifts were caused by the fact that Diana's style was so contemporary. In the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and the other members of the royal family, discord has culminated in the decision of the couple to retire from their royal responsibilities. For a considerable amount of time, the royal family has been grappling with the difficulty of striking a balance between modernization and tradition. These historical analogies shed light on the difficulties that they have encountered. When it comes to evaluating the future of the monarchy, one of the most crucial factors to consider is how the general public views events. A great amount of criticism has been directed toward the fact that Camilla's children took part in the Sandringham walkabout on the other hand, whereas the Middletons did not. A great number of individuals are of the opinion that this choice is a blunder that has the potential to further undermine public trust in the royal family. Hashtags such as Kamaloffsgate and royal family drama have become popular subjects of conversation all around the world as a result of the discussion that has taken place on social media platforms over the implications of this dispute. What are the next steps to take? In the midst of the turmoil that the royal family is currently going through, the focus will most likely shift to the manner in which King Charles and Prince William addressed their conflicts during this time. The ability of the monarchy to adapt to the ever-changing expectations of the public while also preserving its traditions will be absolutely necessary for the monarchy to continue existing in the long run. Some individuals are of the opinion that in order to find a solution to these internal disagreements, it will be required to strike a delicate balance between diplomacy, compromise, and a renewed commitment to being together. There have been a number of long-simmering concerns within the British royal family that have been brought to light as a result of recent events surrounding the Sandringham walkabout. As an example of a monarchy that is fighting to define its identity in the modern day, the departure of Prince William from Buckingham Palace, the exclusion of the Middletons, and the inclusion of Camilla's children are all examples of events that highlight this struggle. Due to the additional concerns that surround Camilla's title, her words directed at royal children, and her growing influence, the situation has become even more troublesome than it already was. In view of the difficulties that the monarchy faces in terms of its legacy and stability, there have been public and professional criticisms of Camilla's behavior. These criticisms have brought to light the current state of affairs. End of Section 2, Red 4, Pencil. A strategy that allows the royal family to tackle these difficulties while preserving the dignity and stability that have traditionally marked the institution is something that needs to be discovered by the royal family. The reason for this is that the public continues to conduct a thorough investigation of every action and decision that the royal family makes. Thanks for seeing the video. We would appreciate it if you could share your comments with us. For the time being, we will say farewell.